Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3 of ATM Athletes Trainer Matrix. This week is all about facilitation. Now, what is facilitation? All of you must be knowing. Why facilitation? Because great trainers don't just teach, they transform learning moments. So today, Simar Preet over here, she will be, showing us a hack or interacting with us uh, for 5 to 7 minutes. And she will help us. Yes, sorry, there was a technical glitch. Yeah. So, yes. So, she will be helping us with an activity which we will be completely engrossed in. And just before we start, I just want to just talk about how the flow is going to be. So, she will be given between 5 to 7 minutes for the facilitation. After each, after she finishes, there will be what you call appreciation, peer appreciation feedback, and then we learn a new hack. Yes, over to you, Simarpreet.
Thank you so much, Radhika, and greetings to my lovely audience. It's so good connecting to all of you once again. So, the activity that I've brought for you today is called Guess My Thought. Now, what are we going to do? I'm going to think of an object, maybe a concept, maybe some idea. And what are you going to do? You are going to ask me questions. The first five questions will be closed end questions where I'll be replying yes or no. After that, you can ask open ended questions. Open ended questions are questions that will start with WH words: what and why, who, whom, how. So these questions are going to help you broaden the horizon of the answer. So they'll give you more descriptive detail and help you reach your answer quickly about what I am thinking. So I have thought of something. Now my audience, Radhika, is going to ask me questions. And the first five questions I am going to reply with an authentic yes or no. And after that, they are going to be open ended questions, and I am going to again give you the answers. So, Sheila has just joined. So, Sheila, very good morning. Greetings to you. I'm going to explain once again. The name of the activity is Guess My Thought. I'm thinking of something, it can be anything. What you are going to do, and you have to participate, even though you don't want to open your video or do, but please do. I'd love to see my audience. I connect better. So then you have to ask questions. You are allowed five closed-ended questions where the answer is going to be just yes or no. After that, you can ask as many open-ended questions. Open-ended questions would start with what and when and why and how and whom. That's how it's going to be. And the quicker you guess, the that will showcase how thinking of good questions and communicating that across helps your mind run well and conversate and communicate better. So I have thought of something. Over to Sheila and Radhika. We can move alphabetically, one question at a time. Radhika can start first, and then Sheila, your questions. And since there are two people who are going to ask me questions, so I think yeah, you'll come to the answer pretty quickly.
Okay, hopefully. Before we start, this is a non living thing that we are talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. Okay.
Sheila, your question.
Is it just one thing?
Could you come again? Is it just?
Is it just one thing?
Yes, I'm thinking of one thing, but it is available everywhere. Yes. Yes, it's one. Mm,
Indoor?
yes, indoor.
Is it a laptop?
No,
Mm, something that we sit on?
no.
Is
Yes,
it a
Sheila.
book?
It is not a book, but I can say you are somewhere close. I'm giving a hint. I'm not supposed to do that.
Is it a notebook?
No, no. Book or notebook, it'll be the same. The question is
It's not a book
disqualified.
or a notebook.
Um, okay. Is it something that we write on?
We can write on when what I have written on it, but it's not necessary that you write on it.
Is it a mobile?
No, it's not. Sheila, your question. Now you can ask open-ended questions. You have five.
The 5W, Sheila.
Where do we use this?
We use it uh, while reading
Glasses.
and not reading.
Glasses.
No, they are not glasses. You
Why
can
do we
ask.
use them?
We use them to make life easy, to not keep everything in our memory. It helps us to recall something.
Not getting that word. I
Yeah,
think
I very categorically thought of a very simple object and something that would take very much time to come to it. I deliberately took a object.
Okay, so
yeah, I think it's a
the previous
apple.
what do you call question was that something that we use mostly.
No, it's not necessary. Everyone doesn't use it. It is your own choice. I have been using it since school time. Very fond of it. I have many varieties of it. Ah, I'm the one who's talking.
Is it a pen?
Your que- it is not a pen. Everybody doesn't use it.
Okay, everyone doesn't use it. Mm, okay, we finished the where. So when do we use it?
After uh, uh, after we've done reading a book or when we start reading a book.
Is it a bookmark?
It is. I gave you a very vivid explanation, otherwise, because I knew no one was coming near it. I could see that everyone was running helter skelter, but no one was near this. So it's a very small thing, but it doesn't come to the mind. So this activity, it helps your mind to tap the different areas of what I can ask, and then you see the importance of asking questions, details, and how you communicate and to come to the exact answer. So this activity is fun. It is the person who has guessed. At the moment we didn't have an audience, so I was the one only who guessed. Otherwise I would have divided the audience into teams and made one team guess first and then the other one think about it, something like that. So
Usually
it is
breakout rooms.
breakout rooms, exactly. So that's what we do. We make it into breakout rooms or offline also, and then also groups are divided. We divide it according to the strength of the audience. So yes, that is how. And
Okay, so we are done with the activity.
yeah, because I led you to the answer quickly.
Yes. Uh, Wonderful, actually. Sheila, what do you think of this particular activity that has been done?
Enjoyed it thoroughly. I just joined this session soon after I finished my session, so it was very refreshing. And yes, asking questions is, probing is a technique that not everybody is good at. So this activity actually helps. I thoroughly loved it. I enjoyed it. Great.
I do always encourage my audience to ask questions. That is when I come to know that they have been paying attention and they have been trying to fathom and comprehend what is being told. So, when the audience is into questions and when they learn to ask the right questions, they move further to their goals. So, it's important that everyone learns to ask the right questions. It's very nice. Yes,
Okay.
Radhika.
The best part, which I liked and which can be used immediately, is what you call the W questions.
WH
We
question.
don't have to actually use yes or no also. Directly, if we start with the W questions, what do you call them, Simratpreet?
WH questions, what,
WH
when?
questions
There
only,
are
right?
8 WH questions.
I
So
know
I
the five.
wanted to emphasize the importance of WH questions. That is why first I gave closed ended questions and then open ended questions so that a person learns to ask open ended questions to get a more detailed description on whatever is happening. So it's always important that you ask open ended questions. That is something I always convey to my audience, my students, that yes or no will never lead to anything. The conversation is closed. When you ask for more, what and why is the most important WH questions. It's a life skill rather. Why is a life skill. It really helps you dive deep into that what is happening, why it's happening.
So that made it easier actually to connect with the word when we started using the WH questions, because it was easier. You can't beat around the bush and you have to give an answer.
Right, 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 right.
And it's a good a way to, conclude something, or, I feel it's a good way to continue the conversation also. you know
Correct.
Conversation starters also. So yes, thank you so much, Simmerpreet. And a little bit of sprinkle from Atulit's side. So whenever it is what do you call facilitation, one, we always feel that you should start with a purpose. That means before you begin any kind of an activity, your audience should know, your learner should know the purpose of the activity.
Okay.
So when they know the purpose of the activity, they immediately, their presence is completely with you. So just always remember that whenever you, what do you call, start an activity, why the audience should participate in it. So why are they doing it? Basically, should be explained in brief, very little, in where just in a sentence or two, like a call to action kind of a thing.
All right.
Okay. And yes, one thing which really even we agree is less talking and more doing always, ensures better participation. So, where, your activities should be in such a way that your audience should be talking more.
More.
Yes. And, it's all about drawing wisdom out and not pouring content. Many a times we find that, people just to cover a lot of content, they, put too much in an activity. Don't do that. It has to have one purpose, and it needs to hit the audience. That one purpose needs to hit the audience. Always remember this. So, two things: start with a purpose, and another is less talking, more doing. And yes, so a fantastic, facilitation hack we learned today. You really brought in a lot of creativity, Simmerpreet, and you know, you just proved the point that facilitation is, you know, a connection that the trainer has with the audience.
Right.
Yes. So coming we next we have more sessions coming up on facilitation. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Looking forward to tomorrow and day after session. It's a wrap from Atulit's side. It's a wrap from Radhika Kotha, your host. Thank you so much.